Now at 6, rescue workers have been suspended at the remains of an Illinois factory after a chemical explosion last night. And for those who love food trucks, there's a new option in the Dells that's sure to be a treat. And one of the better days for weather this week, but the rain will make a return. Gary Canalti will have your first alert forecast.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 6.
Thanks for watching News 3 Now at 6. I'm Amanda Quintana. 2 people are still missing this evening after an explosion in northern Illinois. It could be felt as far north as Milwaukee. Authorities say at least 1 person was killed when a, quote, catastrophic explosion happened around 9:30 last night at a silicone chemicals factory in Waukegan. That's about 40 miles north of Chicago. The search for 2 missing people has been suspended due to safety concerns.
For the last hour or so, we've been wrapping the scene up. We've had a bunch of different people evaluating due to the chemicals that were in the building and the structural instability. It's been deemed unsafe for us to continue any sort of search.
Officials say 9 people were in the building at the time. The explosion also damaged at least 5 other buildings in the area. Let's get a look at your first alert weather with Gary Canalti out on the patio. Hi, Gary. A pretty nice day.
Oh, absolutely. This is the way it should be most of the time. Now, it's possible a couple of us could see a sprinkle tonight, but other than that, we'll be looking at a pretty nice forecast overall, at least for the rest of tonight. Visible cloud track shows the sunshine that we've had, but notice a few clouds popping up across northeastern Iowa and southeastern Minnesota. Those are starting to drift into west central Wisconsin. There could be an isolated shower associated with those, but you can see on radar there's really not much out there. So I can't rule out at least an isolated shower trying to hold together, maybe in the northern parts of our viewing area, but those should be gone by about 8 or 9 o'clock if they hold together that long. This morning, another cool morning. We dropped to 35 degrees in Madison. Many locations were in the 30s to around 40 degrees. But so far today, we've been up as high as 67 in Madison. A few places have touched the 70-degree mark, including Mineral Point and Janesville. And temperatures cooler near Lake Michigan, but not as cold as the last couple of days. They're in the upper 50s to around 60. By tomorrow morning, temperatures will be in the middle 40s as we see partly cloudy skies overnight. Tomorrow we'll start out with some sunshine in the morning, but we'll see more clouds in the afternoon and a few scattered showers and thunderstorms will develop. Still low, our high temperature should top out at 70 at your News 3 Now First Alert forecast.
Thank you, Gary. Madison police say a driver was allegedly part of several hit-and-run crashes last night, including running into the downtown Madison Public Library. Officers say just before midnight last night, they started getting calls about multiple hit-and-run crashes downtown. They were able to locate the car but could not pull the driver over. The other crashes were reported around South Park Street and West Wash. Anyone with information about the driver is asked to call the Madison Police Department. In Middleton, software company Paradigm is launching a charitable foundation to benefit first responders. The initial responding officers are credited with saving the lives of several employees during a workplace shooting last September at Paradigm. The foundation's first campaign is contributing to several different first responder organizations across Dane County. If you would like to donate, we have a link on our website, channel3000.com. Happening now, thousands of people are gathered at a rainy Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky today. The 145th running of the Kentucky Derby just finished up. The horse Maximum Security was the favorite heading into today and ended up winning it all. A total of $3 million will be paid out to the owners of that winning horse. With fancy hats, mint juleps, and ponies picked, local fans of the Kentucky Derby are at the Edgewater to celebrate Derby Day while supporting the American Family Children's Hospital in Madison. Proceeds from Madison's 4th annual Kentucky Derby will benefit the community around the Children's Hospital, which is a group of professionals and local advocates who share the common goal of making a difference in the lives of children at the hospital.
A lot of our members are grateful families who've experienced the hospital themselves, and they were able to get support from the hospital. They want to pay it forward. They want to help the next family who comes through the hospital.
The organization known as Catch was founded 4 years ago to support children and their families at the Children's Hospital. More local news now. The Wisconsin Dells is an area devoted to fun and entertainment. Its latest attraction opening this weekend does not have water slides or roller coasters, but you'll recognize some Madison favorites in this one-of-a-kind space. Our Madeline O'Neill has a sneak peek.
Located right near Noah's Ark and Mount Olympus theme parks here in the Wisconsin Dells, a new attraction is promising a unique experience. We'll take you inside.
Fun is an understatement.
It's ecstatic, exhilarating.
Even eccentric, energetic.
The ambiance here is electric.
More than anything, an experience.
A fancy game in your backyard is sort of the feeling.
My focus when people walk in this door is to make sure that I create the most unique experience and family memory that they've ever had in their lives.
A lofty goal in the Wisconsin Dells.
It's going to be a wild ride, I think.
But these guys are aiming high.
It's not just another restaurant and bar.
No, it's the Grateful Shed Truck Yard, bringing the concept of food trucks indoors.
We make it all from scratch.
Recruiting Madison favorites, such as Pasquale's Cantina for Mexican fare.
We already have a culture of kind of closeness with our employees back in Madison. And in here, we're physically and mentally close.
Also along for the ride, a melted grilled cheese truck, a double-shot coffee stand, and a bar. Along with Taverna Kaya for Asian eats.
Bring the food cart and food truck culture up to Wisconsin Dells is a great idea.
Although these trucks aren't moving. Owner Jason Field thinks the Grateful Shed is going somewhere.
Everywhere you turn, there's that aha moment. There's Jenga behind me. There's VW buses inside here.
Creating something unique in Madison's backyard.
There's nothing like it within 200 miles of here.
And in a city of fun.
I think it fits in really well.
They're turning up the heat.
I think it changes things a little bit. It ups the game.
The Grateful Shed Truck Yard has a soft opening tonight and opens officially tomorrow starting at 11 in the morning. Reporting in the Wisconsin Dells, Madeline O'Neill, News 3 Now.
The Grateful Shed Truck Yard has its grand opening celebration next Saturday, the 11th. Coming up next on News 3 Now at 6, a major commercial jet remains stuck in a riverbed in Florida today after sliding off the runway. When we come back, the latest from aviation investigators on the scene. Welcome back. A military charter jet that crash landed skidding into a Florida river Friday night remains stuck in the riverbed today. The plane was carrying 143 people from Guantanamo Bay in Cuba. CBS's Kenneth Craig reports there were no fatalities or serious injuries, and that's one reason some are calling it a miracle.
The military-chartered plane carrying 143 people from Cuba to Florida slid off the runway into the St. Johns River in Jacksonville. No one died and no serious injuries were reported in the Friday night accident.
I think it is a miracle. It could have ended we could be talking about a different story.
In Jacksonville, 16 investigators from the National Transportation Safety Board are now working to determine how the Boeing 737 ended up in the shallow water. An NTSB official displayed the plane's data recorder after it was recovered.
The cockpit voice recorder, which is the device that records the intra-cockpit conversation between the crew and also external transmissions with air traffic control, is another matter. That is in the tail of the aircraft and is currently underwater, and we cannot get to it until the aircraft is moved.
The Miami Air International flight took off from the naval station at Guantanamo Bay. Officials say the plane, which carried civilian and military personnel, was landing in a thunderstorm when the accident happened just before 10 p.m.
The crews went into the water to rescue the personnel that were on the wings of the aircraft. They started bringing the personnel from the aircraft to the shore.
By early Saturday, all 136 passengers and 7 crew members had been rescued. Kenneth Craig, CBS News.
Boeing said it is also investigating this accident. Next up on News 3 Now at 6, a spring celebration for a good cause today. We'll explain after the break.
After a nice Saturday, skies will be partly sunny to start the day on Sunday before we see a couple of thunderstorms develop in the afternoon, but we'll still look for high temperatures around 70. I'll take a look at our News 3 Now First Alert forecast in just a few minutes.
New at 6, the Belleville Fire Department is commissioning a brand new piece of equipment. The new truck is essentially a toolbox on wheels, carrying rescue tools for all kinds of situations. While tax dollars paid for the truck, Belleville firefighters raised money to buy most of the tools on board. Sunny skies this afternoon were perfect for a spring celebration in downtown Madison. The Essen House and Dane County Humane Society teamed up for My Fest 2019 with food, an outdoor bar, and a traditional maypole dance. People of all ages were able to celebrate the season today. Organizers say it's an important fundraiser for the Humane Society.
We are supported by independent events like this, and so this helps us be able to take care of the over 9,000 animals a year that come through our doors.
There was also a Kentucky Derby watch party at the Comeback Inn Bar and Restaurant. And today's weather made it the perfect makeup date for Party for the Planet at Henry Violet Zoo. The Earth Day celebration was postponed last week after an April snowstorm moved through the area. The party helped celebrate our planet as well as the animals on it. It was a big day for more than 300 athletes as they competed in the Region 6 Special Olympics track and field meet today. There were several events, including the mini javelin throw and standing long jump, along with running, walking, and wheelchair races and relays that ranged from 25 meters to 1,500 meters.
We think that Special Olympics is a wonderful opportunity for students who have special needs. This is a great experience for them where they can showcase some of their talents and really have their friends and family come and cheer them on, and they get to feel special themselves.
Several athletes from today's meet will advance and get to show off their skills at the Summer Games in June. Four-legged friends flocked to University Hospital this morning for a benefit to help canine officers.
One, start the dog jog 2019!
The dog jog raises money for the UW-Madison Canine Unit. The money goes to training, equipment, and squad car updates that make it more comfortable for the canine officers. The event is a fun way for people to interact with the dogs and their human partners in a way they aren't usually able to while they're on the job.
The dogs are more approachable than they are when they're actually working or doing a detail that they have to do. And so it gives us the opportunity for people to interact with us.
Sergeant Banuelos says the canine team loves to be out in the community and meet new people. So if they aren't too busy, you can always say hi and ask to pet the canine officer. Let's get a look at your first alert weather with Gary Canalti. A lot of outdoor events today. It was a good day for it.
Yeah, it was perfect day for outdoor activities, and with the weather being quiet, now's the time to start thinking about severe weather. We haven't had very much this spring so far, but we are still doing our NOAA Weather Radio promotion with Midland Weather Radios being sold at Hy-Vee supermarkets as well as Mills Fleet Farm stores in the area. These are the radios that are able to be programmed for just your area. The warnings come directly from the National Weather Service, and for every radio that's sold, we'll make a donation to the Southwest Wisconsin region of the American Red Cross. No severe weather today. We had sunny skies for much of the day, and then these popcorn cumulus clouds started to pop up. A few of them produced showers out to the west, but those have already been diminishing as they push into west central Wisconsin. I thought we might see a stray shower or two. It's possible one or two could still pop up in the next hour or two, but for the most part, I think everybody will stay generally dry for this evening. Live view from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville. You can see a couple of buildups of the clouds, but for the most part, just a lot of sunshine out there. The WISC Skycam, again, another buildup of a cumulus cloud, but not enough to produce a shower. And the live view from the Edgewater Skycam at downtown Madison showing sunny skies. That's a change that that has been welcome for a while. 67, the high temperature for today. That's actually 2 degrees above average. Our low temperature a little bit below normal at 35, but who cares early in the morning. 66, the current temperature, winds out of the southwest at 8 miles per hour, and the humidity rather low at 43%. That will start to come up tomorrow as a cold front approaches. We could be looking at the possibility for some rain. Taking a look at some of the computer model forecast for next week, the potential is there for 2 to 3 inches of rain from the GFS computer model, which is for the United States government. The European computer model, very similar in the rainfall amounts. That would be mainly in the Wednesday, Thursday time frame. So that bears some watching, because that could set some problems with river flooding, especially in the rivers that are just below flood stage now. So nothing like that tomorrow. If we see rain, it'll probably be more like in the quarter to half-inch range. But look at these current temperatures. Away from Lake Michigan, where temperatures are in the upper 50s, it's mainly in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees, and these temperatures will be about the same or even a degree or two warmer for tomorrow. Jet stream is flattened out. That's allowed a little bit milder air to come in, but eventually that wind comes back from the northwest, the upper level winds, and that brings in cooler weather weather as we start into next week. The main storm track right now is still to the south, but we're starting to see some shower and thunderstorm development along a trough of low pressure and a cold front to our north and west. And eventually, as that front drops southward, that'll provide the focus for more rain as we head into the middle part of next week. But right now, enjoy the temperatures that are mainly in the 60s to around 70. Again, we'll see similar temperatures for tomorrow. For tonight, partly cloudy skies, an outside chance of an evening shower. Otherwise, a milder night with a low temperature of 46. Tomorrow, more sunshine in the morning. Clouds start to move in the afternoon, and we could see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon with a high of 70. As we look at future track, again, slight chance for a shower this evening, then partly cloudy overnight, low temperatures mid-40s. Tomorrow, you can see shower and thunderstorm chances, especially in the afternoon. High temperature around 70. Scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm tomorrow night with low temperatures in the upper 40s. And Monday, showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, but notice it will be cooler with a high temperature of 60 as those winds shift around to the northeast. And as we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures on the cool side, especially Wednesday and Thursday. It'll be windy as well with occasional rain Wednesday and Thursday. Once we get some sunshine back, temperatures at least will be back to around 60 by next weekend. So hopefully we can squeeze out another, keep the rain in the middle of the week and keep the weekends nice.
It seems like that's the way it's working out, and it's nice for people that have these events on the weekend, have some sunshine and
no problems.
Get through it during the week. All right, thank you so much, Gary.
Sure.
The Badgers softball team battling some adversity today against the Huskers. Highlights coming up next in sports. Also, more on why Maximum Security, the winner in the Kentucky Derby, was just disqualified. And first on Fox at 9, thousands lined up this morning to get a piece of Janesville history, what a simple brick means to an entire community. Coming up on Fox 47 News at 9.
Well, the Badgers softball team was challenged yesterday, losing the first game of the series against Nebraska. Trying to bounce back today, overcoming some adversity along the way. Wisconsin down 4-1 in the fourth inning. Lauren Foster at the plate sends one down the left field line, and Tyra Turner crossing home plate. Badgers down 4-2 now. They keep on chipping away. Allie Miklish at the plate now. She goes through the gap in right field. Foster rounds the bases to score, and we've got a one-run game. Skip ahead to the sixth inning now. Kayla Conwent chopping the ball to third, and that throw not quite there, so Conwent hustling to second. Miklish scores, and we've got a tie ball game. Badgers keep on persevering. This time Taylor Johnson hits one big, almost over the fence, but good enough for Conwent to score. And Wisconsin wins 5-4 the final. Haley Hestigan pitching all 7 for the Badgers, giving up 4 runs on 8 hits. Rubber match tomorrow at noon on Senior Day. Well, last night's win at the TD Garden was quite the milestone for the Bucks because the team hadn't won a postseason game in Boston since May 13th, 1987. Now, before the game, head coach Mike Budenholzer told us the way to combat that Celtics crowd component was to stay together and stick to their game plan. And it worked. Giannis Antetokounmpo breaking 30-plus points for the first time in this series with 32 and 13 rebounds as well, while the bench put up big numbers. George Hill scoring 21, Pat Connaughton putting up 14. Some much-needed help because when some guys aren't playing their best, the others are there to pick them up.
We need that. I mean, we need that. Everybody's not going to shoot the ball good every night. People going to have rough nights. But at the end of the day, it's a team effort. Even though I didn't shoot the ball well, I thought I played great defense, helping my teammates out, where I can. So we won.
Just continuing to persist. For us, I thought the best part of the game for us was making sure we withstood their first punch. They came out of the gates hot. We thought we could play a little better than we did. And coming in at half only down 1 and being able to learn from the mistakes that we made, but also learn from some of the things we did well and make sure we did it better. Coach has done a phenomenal job of that all season, and that's something that we have to continue to do. But sticking together in a hostile environment is the biggest thing.
So here's the rest of the schedule. Game 4 will be on Monday in Boston. Game 5 back at Fiserv Forum. 6 and 7 will be played only if necessary. Well, still no Christian Yelich today. A bit of a surprise considering he hit the cages yesterday and said he felt, quote unquote, great. Those are his words. The reigning National League MVP has now missed 6 games in a row after leaving last Sunday's game with some lower back discomfort. Meanwhile, the rest of the team in action tonight hosting the Mets. Roof is closed, though, I've been told. Gio Gonzalez looking for his first win in a Brewers uniform this season since signing with the Crew last Friday. And a historic day at the Kentucky Derby. For the first time ever, the winning horse was disqualified. The judges say maximum security crossed into another lane, so Country Horse finishes first, winning the Country House wins the 145th Kentucky Derby. Didn't come without some drama. I was thinking about that song that's on the radio. That was in second in my head. But
yeah,
anyways,
that's
very controversial. Yeah.
Breaking horseness.
I know, exactly.
All right, Gary, pretty nice day today.
Yeah, lots of sunshine today. Just an outside chance for a shower to pop up. You can see how the clouds have been developing out, further toward the La Crosse area, but very little showing up on radar. A couple of sprinkles over toward La Crosse. It's possible a couple of us could get a stray sprinkle this evening. Otherwise, temperatures are very comfortable. As long as you're away from Lake Michigan, where temperatures are in the upper 50s, we're in the mid 60s to around 70. Look for temperatures to be around 70 for high tomorrow. Sunshine in the morning, but shower and thunderstorm chances move in the afternoon. Monday, showers, perhaps an isolated thunderstorm. Tuesday, mainly dry, and then Wednesday and Thursday really look windy, wet, and chilly before temperatures rebound. Some more sunshine as we head toward next weekend.
Really take advantage of this weekend. All right, thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.